Hey guys, welcome to the Storybook Panda channel. We left off last time in the middle of a duel between the Taoist priest and the 7 freaks of the south. If you need a quick refresher, check out the previous videos. Otherwise, let's see what happens next. So without further ado, here we go! With the poison from the big brother's projectile spreading fast to his heart, the Taoist was determined not to surrender. Instead, he gathered what strength he had left and launched himself at the fourth brother, Woodcutter Nan. Recognizing the imminent attack, Woodcutter Nan planted his feet and stanced firmly to the ground and using both hands, blocked the attack with his weapon, a pole. The Taoist struck the center of the pole with such an intricate force that the energy carried through the pole and ripped through the skin of both of Woodcutter Nan's hands. He fell to the ground, spitting out blood as he coughed. The Taoist started to lose sensation in his right arm, but focused his attention on Rider Han. As they engaged, the Taoist managed to trip Rider using a sweep kick, and using his Hingong, with a tap of his foot, the Taoist leapt upwards gracefully, and using his sword, detached a giant bell from the temple. He guided it gently as it descended on top of Rider Han. It clanged loudly as it trapped Rider within. The Taoist was now sweating profusely after the last action. Growing tired, he made his way to the exit, but it was blocked by the big brother. He engaged the blind man with his sword, but hearing the swoosh of the blade, the big brother was able to block it with the staff. At first, the Taoist was surprised that the blind man was able to keep up with him, but then he realized it must have been he himself that was getting weaker due to the poison. The second brother, Zhu Chong, and the monk were the only other ones that were still capable of fighting and engaged the Taoist as well. The Taoist switched the sword to his left hand and used a technique he learned as a student but have never used in real combat, the sword of mutual demise. Like a flash of lightning, he struck the vital points of the big brother, the second brother, and the monk simultaneously. Many years ago, Chun Zangao faced a vicious adversary from the west. Chun Zangao's founder, who was also Eternal Spring's master, was the only one that could defeat him. In anticipation of the adversary's return, before he passed away, he taught the Sword of Mutual Demise to Eternal Spring as a way for him to defeat a stronger opponent, although it put him at risk of sacrificing himself. He would have never thought he would have to use it against the 7 freaks of the south, but he was growing increasingly weak from the poison. It was time to make use of his master's final lesson. The technique incapacitated the monk and knocked Jichong back. The Taoist continued to engage the big brother one-on-one. As the fight dragged on, the Taoist grew weaker, but managed to slash the feet of the big brother and he toppled over. The Taoist stumbled. "The poison will reach your heart soon," declared second brother Zhu Chong as he leapt around the Taoist using his own Hingong. Zhu Chong delivered a kick to the back of the Taoist. His vision blurred. This time, Zhu Chong struck him in the back of the head. The Taoist collapsed and his vision faded. Zhu Chong walked over to the Taoist, took out his fan and went for the pressure point to end the fight once and for all. Suddenly, the Taoist's hand twitched. Zhu Chong instinctively blocked, but he felt the force of the attack travel right through his block, straight to his abdomen, sending him flying back, spraying blood from his mouth. The Taoist could barely move. Spying on the fight in the Great Hall this whole time, Dune recognized everyone was severely injured and felt it was safe to enter the hall with a fellow soldier. He kicked the Taoist, who rolled over. He appeared to be alive but severely injured. Little did he know, the Taoist was gathering his chi. "Stupid Taoist," he cursed as he pulled out his dagger. "You've been harassing me for days." "You mustn't kill him," yelled the monk. "He's a good man, just short-tempered." "Shut up, old man," he replied. As he tried to stab the Taoist struck him in the shoulder and instantly broke his arm, causing the dagger to fall. After screaming in pain, he ran to pick up his dagger with his other arm. At this point, the other soldier jumped on him and tried to wrestle him down. "You filthy villain," cried the soldier. "I won't let you kill another innocent person." It was in fact Sky Fury's wife, Lily, that was wrestling Dune. The big brother was the first to notice that it was indeed a woman's voice. He turned to the monk. "You lied to us and put us all in danger. You were hiding a woman in the temple all along." The monk realized what had happened. He had been deceived by his nephew and caused great harm to his friends. He summoned his remaining energy and rushed towards Dune, but clumsily fell into the dagger. Dune was scared by the sudden death of the monk. He grabbed Lily and ran. Lily's screams faded into the distance. And that's it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please show your support by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Leave your questions or comments below and I'll be sure to address them in the near future. And I'll see you next time on Storybook Panda.